Welcome back to Stratford Report. This is Manchester United Evening News. Roben Amorim has called on his Manchester United side to build momentum following the 2-1 win against Chelsea. Sky Sports' Jamie Redknapp classed it as the biggest win of his reign at the club. Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro scored the 2 goals. Casemiro and Robert Sanchez both saw red. Jamie Redknapp believes Manchester United's 2-1 win over Chelsea is the biggest win of Roben Amorim's reign at Old Trafford. While the Portuguese head coach has called for his side to build on their newfound momentum, United raced into a 2-goal lead thanks to goals from Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro following a red card for Robert Sanchez. But the result was thrown into question when the Brazil midfielder picked up his second yellow of the evening. Trevoh Chalobah pulled a goal back for Chelsea with 10 minutes to go, but Amorim's side held on, thanks to a defensive performance that Luke Shaw described as desperate after the game, to secure a much-needed win. In other news, Roben Amorim speaks to Sky. It feels really good. Now is time to create a little bit of momentum. We started the game really well, really aggressive. I cannot remember a very good play from us, but we pushed our opponent. First balls, second balls. We cannot have the sending off near halftime. We like to complicate our games. In the end, it was a good day. I felt the urgency, especially in the beginning. We had so many opportunities. We have to be more clinical to finish the game sooner. You never know what is going to happen. Bruno Fernandes scored a goal playing as a midfielder, so I am really happy with that. It is nothing about silencing critics. People don't have too many good things to say about our team. I understand that, and I am just joking. I have nothing to say to our critics. They are right most of the time. But today we won, and it is a good day for us. Our fans helped us a lot. We fight in every moment. We deserve the win. We think about the next one. We can lose against Grimsby. We can win against any team. Shifting focus to Manchester United, Captain Bruno Fernandes, who scored his 100th goal for the club tonight, speaks to Sky Sports. Every 3 points is massive because we haven't started the season as we wanted. We go game by game. The next one will be massive too. United's celebrations are doubtless fueled more by relief than joy, having threatened to toss away a 2-goal and 1-man advantage in farcical fashion. But it turns out they'd done just enough in the first 50 minutes of the game before Casemiro preposterously got himself sent off to earn the 3 points. And those 3 points are huge, whisking them from basement-adjacent 17th spot to the top half. Just 1 point shy of Chelsea's haul, too. Everything suddenly looks a little rosier for Roben Amorim. But it's been a painful week for Chelsea, who follow up comprehensive defeat in Europe with this ramshackle loss. Their unbeaten record kaput. A trip to Brentford next weekend for United. It's Lincoln in the League Cup midweek for Chelsea. On a different note, Man United get huge boot. Roben Amorim provides Matheus Cunha and Mason Mount updates ahead of Chelsea clash. Roben Amorim has confirmed that 2 of the injured Manchester United players are in contention to return against Chelsea. United welcomed the Blues to Old Trafford on Saturday on the back of a 3-0 defeat in the Manchester derby last weekend, thus confirming their worst start to a league campaign in 3 decades, while mean Manchester United co-owner Sir Jim Ratcliffe met head coach Roben Amorim at the club's Carrington training ground on Thursday. As first reported by The Athletic, Ratcliffe flew into Manchester for talks, which were said to be pre-planned. Ratcliffe had other meetings in addition to the one with Amorim. However, it is understood the 72-year-old is keen to help Amorim work through his current issues. Ratcliffe did not accompany Chief Executive Omar Barada to Lee this evening to watch the club's women's side reach the Champions League main draw for the first time. Meanwhile, Zidane instruction, Dyche choice, Roben Amorim clear Man United sack verdict delivered. With Roben Amorim suffering his most recent setback at Manchester United, many pundits, fans, and writers have had their say on the situation at Old Trafford. Zinedine Zidane is the top of the tree for me, but what the club needs now is structure, because that is something they do not have. I know Manchester United fans will look at me saying, he said Sean Dyche. No, they need structure. And that is a man who will come in and make the team a lot better than what we are all seeing. Gary Neville says Manchester United head coach is now under pressure after derby defeat to City. Gary Neville believes Roben Amorim is now under pressure at Man UTD after a 3-0 loss to Man City. Neville believes big questions will be asked if United lose to Chelsea next week. While Manchester United to remain patient with head coach despite worst start to Premier League season in 33 years, Manchester United have made their worst start to a Premier League season in 33 years after Sunday's 3-0 derby defeat to Man City. Roben Amorim has promised he won't change his footballing philosophy, and his bosses at Manchester United have no plans to change the head coach. Meanwhile, Bryan Mbeumo's screams to teammates spoke volumes about Manchester United problem. Here are the talking points and moments you might have missed from the game. Bryan Mbeumo was spotted on the halfway line trying to get Bayendir's attention. Mbeumo was screaming at his goalkeeper, trying to tell him to keep his head up, and he eventually got the message across. While mean Kobbie Mainoo's actions, seconds after coming on for Man United, speak volumes. Kobbie Mainoo made an appearance off the bench for Manchester United in their dismal 3-0 Derby Day defeat to Manchester City, and fans were encouraged by what they saw right off the bat. Mainoo entered the proceedings after 62 minutes, and seconds later, United earned themselves a corner. They lost possession from the set piece, though, and City looked to mount a deadly counterattack. Supporters evidently want to see more of Mainoo, as one wrote after his City tackle. Mainoo on the pitch for 20 seconds and already made a successful tackle. A second added. Immediately, Mainoo wins the ball before City can transition. Meanwhile, Carlos Baleba makes Man Ud transfer stance clear after Andre Onana exit. Andre Onana has left Manchester United on loan for Trabzonspor after the Premier League transfer window closed. Carlos Baleba has expressed his backing for Andre Onana following his transfer to Trabzonspor. The 29-year-old shot stopper, who was signed by Manchester United from Inter Milan for a hefty £47 million in July 2023, has now joined the Turkish side on a season-long loan. Onana was absent from the opening weekend of the new Premier League season due to a hamstring injury. His replacement, Altay Bayendir, faced heavy criticism for his performance during United's 1-0 loss to Arsenal at Old Trafford. Mean. While Fernandes doesn't have the instincts to be number 8, is Bruno Fernandes undroppable? Or does Manchester United boss Roben Amorim have to bench his captain if he is to stick with his favored formation? Fernandes, who is arguably one of the best number 10s in the world, is playing in a deeper center midfield role as a number 8 this season. Questions have already been asked over his ability to play this position, but have resurfaced after he lost Phil Foden when he ran off the back of him, and Foden found the back of the net to open the scoring in Manchester City's 3-0 win over United on Sunday. Meanwhile, new £18.2 million, Man United signing Senne Laman's brother, reveals why he was skeptical about the transfer and wanted him to move to Galatasaray instead. The brother of new Manchester United signing Senne Lammens has opened up on his concerns in regards to the keeper's move to the club. Lammens, 23, completed an £18.2 million transfer to Old Trafford from Royal Antwerp on deadline day, with the Belgian keeper penning a 5-year contract. Meanwhile, Paul Merson says Roben Amorim must adapt his tactics at Manchester United to improve his unthinkable record. In his latest column for Sky Sports, Merson argues the players at United do not fit Amorim's system, and he has even suggested Chelsea would have been a better fit for the Portuguese manager. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget like, comments, shares, and subscribes.